Today on Dad Hut, we are going to be talking about 3 of what I believe to be the best 380 pistols on the market. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Hut. Today, I am going to be talking about 3 of the best 380 pistols on the market. I'm going to try to give you my thoughts, my opinions on each one, and maybe help you decide if you're looking for a 380. If you're in the market for a 380, I think these are the best 3. They're going to cover your needs depending on what you're looking for. One of them is going to be better than the other. I do own all 3 of these guns. I own other 380s as well, but these are the 3 that I think are the best. So these are my thoughts. I don't have any bias or anything like that. Paid for them with my own money. So what are the 3? First, we'll start with the smallest one, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Make sure we're talking about the 2.0, not the original Bodyguard, because that is crap. Next, we're talking about the SIG P365 chambered in 380. Yes, they make a P365 chambered in 380. And last, we are talking about the Ruger Security 380. So they make a Security 9. This is the 380 version. So before I get into the comparison of those 3, let me talk about 2 that are missing from this comparison and why they're missing. One, you're probably thinking the Ruger LCP Max. It's a very, very small pocket pistol. I've already done a complete review, which I will link up here and down here in the description, of the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 versus the Ruger LCP Max. And the Bodyguard 2.0 is better in just about every single way. So there's really no need to include that in this comparison because the Bodyguard's just a better choice. I'm not saying the LCP Max is crap. I'm just saying that the Bodyguard is better. I own the LCP Max, okay? It's not as good as the Bodyguard 2.0 in every single way. The other one that's missing is the Smith & Wesson EZ. Now, a lot of people seem to like this gun. For me, I have shot it. I've never owned it, but I cannot get past the safety on the grip. I do not want a safety on the grip. I'm all for manual safeties, but the safety on the grip is a no-go for me. It's not very comfortable. It is light shooting, I will give it that. So if you're okay with a grip safety, then maybe you want to look at that, but I believe these 3 are still better options. So let's talk prices. So these prices are coming off of, like your Cabela's or your local gun shop. This is probably what you're going to find this gun for. Obviously, there's a used market and things like that, and you might find a sale, but typically this is what you're going to find. The cheapest is the Ruger Security, which comes in at $300. The next is the Bodyguard 2.0, which comes in at $400. And then last, the most expensive, is the SIG P365, which comes in at $500. So from the bottom all the way up to the top, you have a $100 difference between the low end and the middle, and then another $100 difference between the middle and the high end. So who's choosing these pistols? I hate to stereotype. People are gonna say somebody with, weak grip strength or sensitive to recoil, or a woman, whatever it might be, that you should go get a 9. I have 9mm too. I love 9mm. 380 is great as well. It's a little bit more expensive on the ammo side, but you can shoot it very, very fast. So you don't have to be in one of those stereotypes to buy 380. Now, it is true they're gonna be a little bit lighter on the recoil than a 9mm, and they're certainly going to be more powerful than a 22 long rifle. So somebody who's just trying to graduate from 22 long rifle, or somebody who's just getting into firearms, you're probably looking at a 380, and these 3 choices are great. So while we're on the subject of recoil, let's talk about it. The recoil on all 3 of these guns. The Bodyguard 2.0 is a little snappy. Now, it's not nearly as bad as I mentioned the LCP Max by Ruger, but the Bodyguard is a very small, compact, lightweight gun, and the trade-off for that is it's going to be a little bit more snappy than a typical 380. It's probably going to feel more like a 9mm because it's so small. That being said, it is not that bad. It is the worst of these 3, but you would expect that. You're giving up the gentle recoil to be able to have this really, really small package that's pocketable. Next up on recoil would be the SIG P365. It is noticeably different than the Bodyguard 2.0. It feels more like a full-size gun, I would say. It's definitely thicker, it weighs more, so that certainly helps with the recoil. Very, very manageable, very, very light shooting gun. But the king is the Ruger 380 security. Now, if you are super sensitive to recoil, and that is why you're looking at 380, the Ruger Security 380 is the softest shooting 380 I have ever shot. It's even softer shooting than the Smith & Wesson EZ, in my opinion. It is so smooth. It's about as close to a 22 long rifle handgun as you can get by going up to 380. And the reason why is because it's a chunky boy. It weighs a lot. It's thick. It's about as close as you're going to get to a full-size pistol in 380 caliber. So it's very, very easy to shoot, very gentle, very flat shooting gun. And the accuracy on the wall, they're all pretty good. You know, the Bodyguard is really meant for up close and personal. You can shoot out longer with the Bodyguard 2.0, but you know, it is very accurate up close, but the more and more you get out, it's going to start to become less and less accurate, which you would expect. It's a very, very small gun, very, very small grip. So as long as you're shooting up close that, you know, 5 to 10 to 15 yards, you're going to be just fine there. The SIG P365 and 380 is better. It's great up close. You can shoot out, you know, to 30 yards, no problem. You can even go out further depending on, you know, the size of your target and your ability to shoot. It is very, very accurate up close and even out to medium distances for handguns. The Ruger is the best, which I would expect. It's the most comfortable to shoot. It's easier to stay on target and to hit follow-up shots because of the recoil. So the accuracy on it is just better. Up close is fine. You can go out to 50 yards, no problem. Even 75 and 100 yards on these, depending on how good of a shooter you are. They're all very accurate up close for which you're most likely going to use them for and in what scenarios you're going to use them for. But if you wanted to go out farther distance, the SIG or the Ruger Security is probably where you'd want to go. The trigger. So the trigger on all three of them to me is not bad. It's hard for me to pick a winner in the trigger here because I think they're all just average. I don't think any of them are bad. I don't think any of them are great. They are different. You know, some of them are two-stage. Some are more flat and the others, some are more curved. So it really depends on, I guess, what you like. I would recommend going to a shop and asking to dry fire each one of these if you'd like to feel the trigger on them. Again, none of them are bad, none of them are good. It's hard to pick a winner with a trigger here as I think they're all just adequate. Reliability, so that's a big one. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 has been 100% reliable since the day I got it. I have had no malfunctions, no jams, no nothing. Didn't even clean the gun when I first got it, just shot it right out of the box. Obviously, I've cleaned it since. It's still running. It seems to chew through target ammo, defensive ammo, seems to do just fine. The Ruger Security 380 has been almost 100%. Basically, in the first couple of rounds, I had to like hit it into battery like once or twice. But after I got through, 100 to 200 rounds, I don't think I ever saw that again. So it's been pretty reliable right out the box. Like I said, 2 little hiccups, and even that, it was just a push forward on the slide, and it was good to go. But the SIG P365 and 380 has had some reliability issues for me and others I've seen on the internet. It has a break-in period. It is reliable now, 100%, but in the very beginning, it was like, failures to feed and having to, bump that slide up every single magazine, at least like once or twice. I highly recommend shooting some defensive ammo through it. That seems to kind of wear it in. Make sure you give it a good cleaning and just try to shoot as much as you can. Get that first 100, 200 rounds through it, and that seems to kind of clear up any issues that it has. It's unfortunate that is the way it has to be. It's the most expensive gun on this list, and it still has the problems right out of the box. So I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. But now that I have done that, I will say the P365 is shooting flawless now. All 3 of them are shooting flawless now, but you will have to do some work to the SIG. So for the money, let's see what you get in the box. Each of them come with 2 magazines. The Bodyguard 2.0 comes with 1 flush 10-round magazine, and it comes with 1 extended 12-round magazine, which is great. So if you want a little extra room for that pinky, you have it, and if you wanted to carry 2 more rounds, you've got that option to do that. Now the SIG, on the other hand, does give you 2 magazines, but they only give you 2 10-round magazines. They do make a 12-round magazine for the 380, but you have to go buy it. And SIG really likes their magazines because they charge you $50 a piece for them. So if you want a 12 round magazine with the P365, you will need to spend $50 to go get it. Why they don't give you one 10 round and one 12 round magazine in the box, I don't know. But if you want a 12 round magazine with the SIG, just know that's an extra $50 on top of the most expensive gun already that you're gonna have to do. Now the Ruger Security 380 comes with 2 magazines as well, and it's gonna hold more. So its flush magazine is gonna hold 13 and its extended magazine is gonna hold 15. So you're gonna get more rounds. It's more capable of home defense in my opinion because of those rounds. So you're gonna get a lot of pew-pews in each magazine. So I own all 3. Which one would I choose? This is a very simple answer in my opinion. If you are only looking for concealed carry, the answer is Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. It is so easy to carry, it's very pocketable, it's very light, it's a great shooter, and if you're only looking for concealed carry, it's gonna be the best one and the easiest to do, most comfortable as well. Now, if you are recoil sensitive and you're looking for the most comfortable gun, or you're looking for home defense and you don't care about concealed carry at all, then the Ruger Security 380 is the one you're gonna wanna go for. It's very reliable, very accurate, very easy to shoot, and you get the most rounds per magazine. Great gun, and it's the most affordable. Now, if you're looking for a 380 for home defense and concealed carry, then I think your answer is the SIG P365. It's gonna be small enough to where you could even still pocket carry this, but definitely holster carry, concealed carry. It's gonna be good enough for home defense as well. I would definitely recommend getting the 12 round magazine for it though, if you're gonna do that. It does have a rail so you can put a light on it. It's optics cut so that you can put a dot on it, and it is the only one that's optics cut out of these 3. So if you want a dot on it, the SIG's the only way to go. So there is a break-in period and it is the most expensive, but if you're looking to do both, I think the SIG P365 in 380 is the best option. So there you have it. Depending on what your needs are, those are my opinions. I own all 3 of these guns. Like I said, I love all 3 of them. I think they're great for specific reasons. If this video helped you out at all, guys, please like it, please subscribe so you don't ever miss any of these Dad Hut videos, and I'll see you on the next one.